Hello, Brady Bunch. Rich Brady here. I am on the bus in Costa Rica from the beach to the volcano to see if I can do some special reporting and see if I can get you some tips from the leaders in ZamZuu. Brady Bunch, this is the beautiful Lucretia Daniel, a first-level director, multiple $10,000 bonus earner, $5,000 bonus earner.
Okay. Hey, Brady Bunch, that is such a cute name. Bridget, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to your team. You are just, just a bundle of joy and wonderful to be around. Team, this is what I will tell you. You all are what I call a pretty young team, but I hear that you have a lot of momentum going and you're growing and you're excited about this business. Now, I know everybody is busy. When I first started the business, I worked as a mortgage broker 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. What I did was I took the time to scrape a little bit off my plate so I could do this. But in the 3 hours a week, the 7 hours a week that I was able to work this, I worked those hours full time. So whatever time you work it, give it your all, and you will see this business expand.
Jill Green, first level director, the first MVP in our company.
Say you're a phenomenal leader. You're a powerful leader, and your team is lucky to have you. So if you're listening to this video right now, I want you to know there are people on this bus that are waiting to be coached by Bridget, but she is coaching you. So make sure you listen and follow your coach. And I want to spend a minute talking about coaching for a second. You know, people often ask, Jill, how did you get so much success? You know, I was an executive in corporate America, making a hefty six-figure income. I had the company car, 20,000 employees, all that stuff. But I turned it all in for this company over here and became successful. And people want to know why. It wasn't because I was successful in corporate America. It was because I followed my coach, Mr. Donald Bradley. When he called to play, I followed him. When he gave instructions, I followed them. So, I didn't always understand them, but I didn't always like them. It wasn't always pretty. Bridget is the #1 person right now in California. So you want to listen to her. Her coaching is in. The other thing people say is, Jill, you know, how did you become so successful? More importantly, how is your team becoming so successful? I have individuals on my team that have gotten $5,000 dream bonuses. I have people on my team that are Coach's Corner. They're developing new power team leaders, and you know why? Because we take ownership of our business. We made that investment of $250 or $500 or whatever you paid. It's your business. Now you have people that support you, but you have to take the initiative. The first thing I want you to do is create a pipeline that is so important for your business. You might be saying, well, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have people to invite to my PBRs, my travel parties. Create a pipeline. And once you do that, at some point you'll get help from your coach Bridget with your PBR or your travel party, but you should be doing them at some point on your own. And guess what? Don't wait for her to come back. I'm going to tell you, my business took off when I stopped waiting on Donald Bradley. I began to soar when he no longer had to do my travel parties or my 3-ways or my test drives. Now, it's not that I don't still need him. He still coaches me. But I'm telling you, I took off better and quicker and higher when I could fly all by myself. Trust me, at some point, all the eagles gotta learn how to fly.
You have to make a decision that you are going to work this business. After you make that decision, at that point, what you need to do is make sure your belief level is very high. And then do not deviate from that, regardless of what people say, regardless of the number of no's that you get, regardless of how you feel for a particular moment. Work this business, because I'm telling you, if you don't work it now, you are going to miss it. And you don't want that to be that person years later where people are saying, did you ZamZuu this? Did you ZamZuu that? The same way they use the word Google, and you're walking around telling your family and your friends that you invested, but you did nothing with it. See, my greatest fear in life is saying that I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Do not let that be.
Miss Phyllis Nash, the fastest woman to director in ZamZuu. She wears the sapphire ring, signifying between $100,000 and $500,000 in 12 months. Do you have for my team?
Well, I'm going to share with you with one of my biggest producers in my company. He says deal in the law of large numbers, and I truly agree with that, because as long as you're exposing your business to a lot of people, somebody is going to see it like
this guy, like you said, 5 kids, police officer. I had to be really, really careful about getting started in the business to take back to my police officer friends. I wanted to make sure it's legit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that this is a legitimate business. It pays very, very well. But I want to give you one key. And the key to this business is working hard. Ladies and gentlemen, if you work hard, you will beat 50% of the people in America. Anything you do, if you just work hard, a lot of people think it's based on talent, but if you really work hard at this business, you will go right to the top.
It's another opportunity. You know, when they put this contest up, you know, I played with it in the beginning, not knowing, you know, I'm thinking, oh, Costa Rica, but let me tell you, it was nothing but the best. And you know how our company goes. First class everywhere. We were at the top leading resorts in the world. Not just one, but 2. We were pampered. And let me tell you, to think about what we had to do to get an all-expense paid trip, it was more than worth it. And I tell you, don't let another one pass you by.
Terrence Quinn. He is a lawyer. He is also a national champion in football at the University of Michigan. He is a Coach's Corner member, a $5,000 bonus earner. Terrence Quinn, what do you have for the Team Brady Bunch?
Hey, Brady Bunch. Hey, I love your leader here, Bridget. She's a superstar. I hope all of you all are working closely with her because she knows the game. She knows how to discover that this business and this business model is probably the smartest income generating structure out there, period. And that's coming from a lawyer who used to work for a major interested in making a difference in your family's life through ZamZuu. Get on board. Get to convention. Become a power team leader before convention if you can. Run with Bridget. Plug in, let's be there. Let's get in it to win it. It's a lot of big things coming that are going to just blow everything away.
I want to say to everybody listening right now, the biggest opponent to your success or the lack thereof is the one sitting in your seat. So it's like Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So make up your mind, get determined, get motivated, and connect with your leader here, Bridget Brady, and make it happen. See you at the top.
ZamZuu Ladson, Level 1 Director. He is a sapphire ring wearer, which signifies between $100,000 and $500,000 of income within 12-month period.
Register for the convention. You need to do that ASAP. You cannot afford not to be at the convention this year because this is ZamZoo's first inaugural meeting, our first meeting ever in ZamZuu. And guess what? This is the meeting that's going to launch all the new products, the new direction of the company. We want you to be on top of it. But on top of that, you guys, exposure leads to explosion. We want you to be with the people that Bridget met. I want to meet many of you guys, share with you some of the tips that we shared with Bridget, and I'll share this with you. Right now, we say before you do it, ZamZuu.
Brady Bunch, this is the woman who really needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyway. You are looking at Miss Juliet St. John, the #1 income earner in ZamZuu right now. She's, of course, Circle of Champions. She is amazing. Juliet St. John, what do you have for the Brady Bunch?
Well, Brady Bunch, I'm afraid I got the same message I've always had before. You got to go out and expose more people. Expose people, do more presentations. But this time, right now, I talked about it last year at convention, and your mentor Bridget has been in on some very private conversations. What's getting ready to happen at this year's convention is going to change the face of the company. We are suddenly going to be bold. We are going to leap 3 or 4 years ahead of any other network marketing company out there. You need to get yourself to convention, whatever you do. Hitchhike, get on a bus, put your plane ticket on a credit card, buck in a room, but you need to be with Bridget at this year's convention. And in the meantime, you need to be building your power team to position yourself for this huge leap we're getting ready to do. Love you, Bridget. I'm with you, and I hope a whole bunch of your team.
We're Costa Rica champions. Brady Bunch.